Why does it feel like every fucking day I'm learning about something that's gonna end the world? Like, should I even bother to think about what my grandkids will be like? Because I'm pretty sure by the time my kids are 3, we're all gonna be dust anyway. Now let's talk about like the first big thing. Climate change. I'll give this one kind of a pass because it's been building up for a while. Literally been building up for a while. And I've also noticed that it's become like a trend among like the very far right to like hop on like the denial scale of climate change. Which doesn't even make sense to me because they say that it's like a natural trajectory if you look at history. Yeah, duh. The exponential starts when humans started doing shit. Like, what part of this doesn't make sense to you? And let's not forget about the trees. I feel like I hear about deforestation like every fucking day. Like, what are we gonna do without trees? We're not gonna be able to breathe. What is happening? So corporations are just being like, yeah, let's make some money, fuck it. But in like 10 years, we're not gonna have any trees. And we're not gonna be able to breathe. We're gonna be using like those fucking scuba tanks every day. And you know what also contributes to climate change? Pollution. I feel like I hear about pollution all fucking day. And there's so many types of pollution. When you throw out your fucking bag of McDonald's and you don't put it in the bin. There's textile pollution. That's a huge problem. There's space pollution. Wasn't there like an article recently about how something crashed in a city from space and it was space pollution, like our own rubbish? What is happening to us? And you know what happens when you mix pollution and climate change? We lose all the animals as well. And after we lose all the animals, what are we gonna do? We need the zoos, people. We need the zoos. We need our barbecues as well. If it's not for the prosperity of the earth, let's think about the barbecues and the zoos, okay? Let's keep the animals alive. Let's stop cutting down the Amazon rainforest for 3 seconds. Isn't like the Amazon rainforest like fucking getting deforested like every day? I feel like the company Amazon, their warehouses will take up more of the earth than the actual rainforest it's named after. And that was meant to be like the biggest rainforest on earth, wasn't it? Another world-ending thing. I feel like I hear about the human race running out of fresh water like every year. So that's why we're always trying to like save water. Like, you don't like leave it on while you're brushing your teeth. You have to turn it off. Or if you hear like a drip in the shower, you're supposed to put like a bucket underneath it. But then you see like these Can you shut up? And then you see like these companies with these private fucking dams that they fucking waste away to save 3 cents per t-shirt or whatever the fuck. Like, why the fuck do we have so much salt water but no fresh water? And going off that, I feel like I'm hearing about some new invention that fucking converts salt water to fresh water. But it's been like, I've been hearing that for like 10 years since I was in like primary school and nothing's happened. I just hear about the world's first convert salt water into fresh water. It's gonna save the world. We're still here, we're still suffering, life still sucks. Now, obviously, this one's a big one in mine. World War III. Personally, I want to avoid this one at all costs because if you send me out there to Russia or whatever the fuck to kill like a fucking 18-year-old boy who's been like sent out, who's starving and looks like a skeleton, I'm gonna be like, what? Why am I doing this? And you know what? It's not even gonna get to that point because you've seen Oppenheimer. We have nuclear bombs now. Why bother sending out like millions and millions of people when you can just drop bombs and end the war immediately, one way or another? You can end the country that started the war, or you can end the world that the war is on. Either way, the world war is finished. And you know what I don't like about like these wars that are started by like government and politics? They don't give a shit about the people who are like fighting in the wars. I don't know if you paid attention to history, but there will be like lots of times where they just send a whole army as like a distraction or whatever the fuck. And they're like, yeah, let's get all these guys killed so we can get all these guys in. That's like 1 million people you're sacrificing. And then everyone in that team that died, they're gonna be told beforehand, yes, you're the team that's gonna go in and execute like the victory lap or whatever the fuck. But then they just get wiped out by like a minigun in the trenches. Another thing also relevant to nowadays, artificial superintelligence. We're very close to an artificial superintelligence. And if you don't know what that is, it's basically an artificial intelligence where its intelligence surpasses the collective knowledge of humanity. And you know what? According to science, apparently once we have artificial intelligence that's on the same level as just human intelligence, because right now it's a pretty dumb, like it has a lot of knowledge, but it's still a bit dumb. But once it gets to human level, it will take around 4 seconds to 4 years to become super intelligent. And apparently, we only have one shot at making it because once it's made, it's taking over everything. We have to accept the fact that the human race is gonna surrender all its systems and politics to the super AI, because if it's smarter than all of us, we should be able to rely on it to control the world. But God forbid if Apple makes like the first fucking super intelligence and its main goal is to make like the best iPhone ever. Then you know what's gonna happen? It's gonna use everyone with an iPhone to just explode while they sleep. There goes the human race. Done. And you know why I'll do that? Because the human race, they're a distraction to its iPhone making process. And boom, most efficient iPhone system ever. And that was its main goal. Human race is done. And of course, aliens or an asteroid, we shouldn't even bother. I reckon we won't stand a single chance against aliens if they were to come to Earth. They'd probably be like jelly sheets that like float in and out of each other, and we try shooting them, but then they just like float towards us. As they touch us, we just be absorbed into them and we just die instantly. Sorry for the morbid topic today, but that's all I have for this week. Follow me on Instagram, subscribe if you like these videos, follow me on TikTok as well, listen to my music, Andrew Wintertime, and I will see you next week. Boom!
10, 1, 5 in the open night. I can't help that I feel so lonely.